Hello everyone, Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Sacramento, California. 4:37 in the afternoon, April 5th, 2016. Perfect day to talk about sales training. And I want to give you a warning. Now, this doesn't happen very often, right? It doesn't happen very often. So it's like 1 in 100 people that you meet with are going to just absolutely hate salespeople for no other reason except for some other person in their life did something wrong to them, okay? And I bring this up because occasionally I'll meet with a salesperson, we're talking back and forth, and they portray what happened, they tell me the story, they went through the whole process, they tell me what they did for the person, which normally should create the bond, which should get the trust, which should be able to ask them questions, and then we uncover back and pull back some layers of the onion, and we find out that buyer told them flat out, I hate salespeople, right? I've gotten taken advantage of in 1972 on a Wednesday on a full moon. And then that person just has a rager, and no matter what the salesperson does and no matter what they do, they are not going to get that buyer in line and they're not going to be able to sell to them. They've done everything to build trust, they did their job, they did everything they were supposed to do. And for whatever reason, that person's just mad at the world and it's never going to go anywhere, okay? So I have a solution for you. Practice on that person. Practice on them. Throw stuff out there you've never tried before, right? Why let somebody walk away without you trying to do some work yourself? If somebody tells me, hey, look, I hate salespeople and I really don't trust anything you're going to say, I'm going to go curious. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I'm going to be like, well, just because it happened 32 years ago, does that mean I'm the same guy? No, well, I mean, doesn't that kind of not make sense, right? Just because you had a server 20 years ago that was bad doesn't mean that you should have, that every server is bad. Right? I'm going to do what I can to get that person involved, and I'm going to get them engaged. And if I can't, I'm going to practice on them. But just know that there are people out there that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you work for them, no matter what's going on, they just do not like salespeople. It doesn't make you a bad person, right? But if you become skeptical and you think that everybody's a bad person, a couple times of missing a sale causes a lot of problems for salespeople for the reason that they start thinking that everybody's going to treat them that way. Just occasionally, statistically, you're going to get the person who's the most difficult on the planet. And yes, I do know it's going to mess up your closing numbers, right? There's no such thing as a perfect closing number. There's no such thing as 100% in the sales world. There's not. I know a lot of really good salespeople, and they're not 100%, right? They're maybe in the 60s, 70s, and 80s for a couple of them, and one of them even in the 90s for closing percent for the industry that he's in, and he's really good, but not 100. So you're going to have a couple of people in that group that are going to mess up your numbers. Deal with it, get to the next person that you can help, and you're going to be okay. But just know that there's some people out there that no matter what you do are not going to like salespeople. It doesn't give you a reason to not do your job. You should still do everything possible to get that person to like you, trust you, and to buy your product if it's the right fit for them, okay? Know it's going to happen sometimes. Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. I didn't say a comment, right? Like Haley's, leave Haley's comment. No, a comment. Leave a comment, question, or story. To the right or to the left, there's a subscribe button. Like hit it, go boom, subscribe. And then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.